This is the UCM Pro Talk, where recent graduated students have come back to speak about the experiences they've had having a career in the field of communications.
We need to have events like the Pro Series, like we did today with having some of our recent graduates come in, because it's important for our students to do some networking, to meet some people who've come from this program and gone on to find success in the career field. We wanted to bring in an alum who had just graduated because it's more fresh in their minds what it was like to be a college student. They can give our current students some understanding of the career field and what they're going to need to do to get those jobs. And it really reinforces what we talk about in class. You know, you had a lot of people talking today about how important it is to get involved in organizations, how important networking is, how vital internships are if they want to get those jobs. And it's things we preach in class, but if students hear it from us all the time, okay, I get it, Dr. Moore, yes, you want me to do an internship. But if somebody in the profession comes in and says the same thing, that reinforces it, and it shows the students that yes, we do know what we're talking about in class, and this is what the pros are saying. They're saying the exact same thing. But you really need to start making those connections, doing the networking, getting those internships, getting involved in clubs and organizations like IABC, like PRSSA, Society of Professional Journalists, working with the Mule Skinner, working with IPR, getting involved with the UCM Media Network to get hands-on experience and get that training so that you can go out and get a job.
Networking to get them started to network professionally and to understand that there's a big leap between that day when they're a student and the day they become a professional, and they really need to be considering their opportunities and possibilities right now, what they need to do. There's time for them to get involved in student organizations and really have something that they can take out to the market. And these kinds of professional days like this sort of up the ante and make them really see what they need to do.
I think there are several things that we really want them to take away. One is that they have hope in their career, that while they're in school right now, that they may not see the light at the end of the tunnel, that there is light at the end of the tunnel, that some of the skill sets that we're teaching them in the classes are exactly what they'll be doing out in the professional world. So that's one of the things that we wanted them to take away. Another thing is the opportunity to network with pros in the field. That's incredibly important. Some of those things we cannot produce that for them on a daily basis. We can't always bring in pros every day to interact with, but we think this is a great opportunity for them to actually have an opportunity to meet some of the very same people that they might actually even be working for sometime in the future. And I think a third thing that they're going to take away from this is, what are some of the things that they need to work on now that will prepare them for when they get out and they graduate?
Actually, we'd like to do it every semester. We had talked about bringing in some kind of big guns, people out of Hollywood, and people in TV stations, and we have one of our graduates at the New York Times, but we got thinking that just really for now, we needed to get the students positioned for graduation. So we decided to go with the younger graduates right now. And then in the spring, perhaps we can do a little bit more of the bigger guns, just trying to talk about some opportunities that they may have now while their students are getting internships at some larger organizations.